Well, hello guys, so let's talk about the goals of each member of Akatsuki. We won't discuss the ones we don't care about, just the main ones: Itachi, Madara, Pain and Obito. So let's start with Itachi. Itachi from his childhood experienced the horrors of the war and thus became very anti-war pacifist. These experiences affected him so much that he would have done anything to prevent the war. And we saw the consequences of it later on in the series. When the tension between the Uchihas and the government arose, Itachi tried to prevent it in his own twisted way. Now, the third Hokage was incredibly passive, and others were racist towards the Uchihas. Itachi couldn't find any way to stop the revolutionary attack of the Uchihas on the government. Moreover, Danzo manipulated him into believing that the rest of the village would kill the Uchiha if anything happened to them, and no other country would believe them. And thus, to avoid this war, he aimed to protect Sasuke, the village, and the Uchiha clan in his own twisted way. He killed every Uchiha except his brother, Sasuke, and made Sasuke hate him to channel all his anger and desire for revenge towards him instead of the government. He planned that when Sasuke will become strong, he would be killed by him, thus preventing any conflict between the Uchihas and the government, and allowing their lineage to continue through Sasuke. Now this plan is flawed, as it was clear that the Uchiha were discriminated against, and his actions wouldn't solve anything. Moreover, he mentally destroyed his own brother forever. I have a whole video about this, you can check it out. Let's move on to Pain now. Pain's plan was to give the most destructive weapon to every country. Pain's philosophy was that one can't understand another's pain until one goes through the same experience. In chapter 374, Nagato explained that he would create the most destructive weapon ever known to humanity, basically the atomic bomb of their world, and use it on every country once, which would wipe out 1/4 of their population. Thus they would understand pain. Then Pain would give this weapon to every country so that no country would ever dare to fight, in order to avoid the pain they felt when the weapon was used on them. Now that does sound like a good plan according to Pain's character and makes us appreciate him as a character. However, as we have already seen in the real world, it didn't change much and wars are still happening. So do tell me, what do you think about Pain's plan? Now let's come to Obito's plan. Obito's plan was a bit selfish, actually very selfish. Obito was so obsessed with a girl that everything seemed pointless without her. Becoming Hokage or even gaining respect seemed empty without her. This world is just wrong, and he needs to create a world where she is alive and can grow beside him, even if that world won't be a reality. It's worth it because it has her, his love, Rin. I thought this was quite good, and I loved it until the end when he changed and became good out of nowhere. Now let's come to the main villain, Madara. His goal is the most tempting one. Madara saw the harsh reality that war will always be there, that humans will never understand and innocents will always suffer. So he decided to make this world a better place in his own twisted way, Infinite Tsukuyomi, where everyone will be living their dream life in their dreams and never wake up. I wish Naruto had shown more people siding with Madara, as many would have in real life. So those were the goals of the main villains in Naruto. Tell me in the comments who had the best plan.